Came in the league and I wanted to take him on, right? I mean, all I heard was, they called him Black Panther, they called him Black Jesus and all this stuff. I said, I want to see what this is about. And, but what happened is that he wound up becoming a big brother to me. You asked to take a picture and you were like, yeah, come here, young fella, yeah, where you from? I
remember that.
And that's when, it's the first time I met you.
He came in, he was 18, he was doing a lot, and I can remember one time in the 3-on-2 drill, you came down on Sean Rooks and you put up a thing, bing, 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 and Dale said, shh, Kobe, one day you're gonna be a great player, but don't ever do that again.
Hello， 大家好，我是热爱篮球的伦伦。这个周末呢，台湾时间5月16号星期天，湖人传奇球星 Kobe Bryant 就要进入名人堂了。那我帮各位准备了几支相当珍贵的影片，是 Kobe 跟 Shaq 在大概2018年左右的一段1对1的访谈。两个人呢，透过轻松聊天的方式回忆过去，从两人一开始认识，到1996、1999年的低潮，到3连霸，再到之后两人闹翻、和好等等。那里面呢，两人透露了许多不为人知的内幕，包含两人一起经历的一些趣事、争吵、打架。Shaq 要求被交易 ，Kobe 本来准备跟公牛签约等等。那虽然是带着一点遗憾，但我非常喜欢这段珍贵的影片，也希望大家会喜欢。
Do you remember what you told me one day in the forum when I first met you? You said you were going to be the finish it for me.
What, the greatest player of all time?
Yes. You remember you told me that?
No, but that sounds something. No, that sounds like something that I would say.
you actually said that, and then you actually said I'm gonna be the Will Smith of the NBA. This was your
really?
Yeah, and I was like, all right, okay,
Will Smith.
You said.
Yeah, times have changed. Yeah, man, I've always had ambition.
Another thing you told me as an 18-year-old, I'm gonna be better than Mike. So I knew it definitely drove you, and it's always gonna be those comparisons when somebody's come before you. And you do some. I mean, I don't know if you patterned the game after him or not. I don't know if you watched him in high school, but there was a lot of similarities. But I know that day you passed up Michael Jordan. I know you was probably riding in your car like.
You know what, man? I thought I would be, but like what happened is when I came in the league and I wanted to take him on, right? I mean, all I heard was they called him Black Panther, they called him Black Jesus and all this stuff. I said, I want to see what this is about. And but what happened is that he wound up becoming a big brother to me.
How you doing, man? I know where you're going. You gotta get up quick. If you knew where I was going, why you go for the fake? Mike, after you fake the ball, where else you gonna go? You left your feet. Yeah, but where else you gonna go? In the game, I go for you. I spun all the way around. I go for these ribs right here.
He saw something in me that reminded him a lot of himself when he was coming up. And he took me under his wing a lot and showed me a lot of things, taught me a lot of things, a lot of leadership things.
Kobe Bryant passes the great Michael Jordan and moves into third on the NBA's all-time scoring list.
So when I passed him up, I remember talking to him afterwards and saying, this is kind of, it's like he's still here. The information and the stuff that he's passed on to me, I'm breathing that spirit back into the game all over again, which is a lot of the reason why I try to do that now for the next generation, because he did that for me. Bill Russell did that for me, Jerry West, all you guys, but Michael in particular.
那这里我蛮感动的，不管运动或人生都是一样，每个人都会被时间限制。时间到了就会被后辈取代。那看到这些 Kobe 提到他从老前辈身上学到的，可以感受到他的感恩之心。而后来呢，他也变成人家的老前辈，人家的偶像。但大家爱的都是篮球，都想要篮球更好，把自己毕生所学传承给下一代。
What most people don't know is our story goes back when I met you
in Orlando.
In Orlando,
right.
You guys were playing the Pacers in the playoffs in '94. And I came to a game, and Penny back then was my role model, and I looked up to him quite a bit. I asked to take a picture with him. He kind of brushed me off.
I remember that.
Yeah, and I came to you, asked to take a picture, and you were like, "Yeah, come here, young fella. Yeah, where you from?"
I remember that.
And that's when it's the first time I met you.
I don't know if you know this, but I was in Atlanta, still with the Orlando Magic. We get a call from Jerry West, my agent. 2 a.m. Me and Jerome, we out at the club. Jerry West says, I got what you want. At that time, I was asked for 150. I knew I wasn't going to get 150, but Jerry got me 120. So he called me up to the room, and he put the piece of paper on the thing. And before I could sign, he stopped me. He said, let me tell you something. I just acquired this kid from Charlotte. You and him going to get about 3 or 4 championships. I was like, who are you talking about? He said, Kobe Bryant. I was like, all right, cool. I wasn't worried about none of that. I was just trying to get to that 120 and trying to get to that 120. And that was the first time I knew of your greatness. And then when you came in, you was 18, you was doing a lot. And I can remember one time in the 3-on-2 drill, you came down on Sean Rooks and you put up a bing, 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 bing. And Dale said, shh, Kobe, one day you're going to be a great player, but don't ever do that again.
Yeah. I had the opportunity, to play against guys like Shaq and Kobe Bryant, Scott, Eddie Jones, Cesar Ceballos. And it's been a great training camp so far. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm enjoying it to the fullest.
One thing what I loved about you as an 18-year-old is you wanted it. A lot of guys on our team didn't want it, but right. You wanted it at a 18-year-old. And that's why in the Utah game, everybody talks about those air balls. I wasn't mad at you.
Open Kobe Bryant for three, another air ball. He shoots back-to-back air balls, Jazz basketball.
And that's why I was the first one to come grab you and say, hey, I know everybody's laughing and giggling now, but one day people will fear you at the end of the game. So I knew that about you as an 18-year-old. It was fun.
I remember the first practice, we had Travis Knight on the team. And, you proceeded to just annihilate this kid. And, just from everything, from talking trash to him to, he was afraid to get on the bus. And one thing that I noticed about you from the jump was that you didn't respect people that you could bully. You didn't respect them, and you test them, and you'd see what they let you get away with, and you'd see if they would fold to that. And then I remember you taking me down to Jerry's Deli. Back in the day, we had the big flip phones, you know what I mean? I didn't have one, though. You had one. You put it. I said, man, I didn't get one of those, man. That's pretty damn cool. Man. You had, the big joint and just hanging out with you, man. And you showing me the ropes from day one.
那这一段呢，就是夏跟 Kobe 在回忆他们刚认识时对彼此的初步印象，感觉出来两人一开始感情还不错，一起成长。那下一集他们将会讨论在湖人前3年的阵痛期是如何克服的。
Listen, I got beat up, I got hack and Shaq. I was tired, man. I ain't doing no work. I'm going home, I'm swimming. Me and Uncle Jerome, we sipping pina coladas, we eating burgers.
My ass is in the gym 10 hours a day.
One thing I know I got a kid that's gonna give me 40 whenever he wants to.